Hello Aries, welcome to Demella Universe. We are Vel'Astri. Thank you so much for joining us. This is for the sun sign of Aries. And Aries, this is your soul journey reading. Beautiful Aries, you have done the powerful and important work to release the conditioning, release the restrictions, release the limitations of the external. You are no longer creating under the influence of the external conditions. You are now creating through the inspiration, through the promptings of source energy from your soul within. Thus, you are now allowing more freedom within your everyday experiences. You're allowing yourself more. Thus, you're allowing your soul more freedom. You're allowing your soul more space, more movement to show you new ways, new paths, new doors, and new aspects of your soul which were once unavailable to you, which are now available, which are now revealed. Beautiful Aries, you've taken all of those coverings and released it, all that noise, you've released it, and now your soul is able to take your hand and say, Aries, I want to take you on a journey. I want to show you a path. I want to show you a way. I want to show you a part of you which you have never even explored, you didn't even know existed, which is truly aligned with your soul, which is truly aligned with your divinity and your experience. So beautiful Aries, let us see what journey your soul would like to take you on. Aries, this reading is timeless, so whenever you do have a look and a listen, it's for you. And this reading is intended to activate light codes to align you to this beautiful journey. So beautiful Aries, let's see what journey you are about to go on. Where does your soul want to take you? What does your soul want to show you, Aries? Ooh, Temple of Truth. Look at that beautiful card. Throat chakra, authenticity, self-expression. Wow. Okay. Okay. Immediately the vision I saw, Aries, was you standing here at the tip of the waterfall and you taking the dive and plunging into the depths of your soul, no longer holding back, no longer trying to escape who you are, what you are, no longer hiding yourself, but openly almost giving yourself to source, absolutely offering yourself to the divine within the truth of you, the fullness of you, and allowing that to be expression. Of course, as you are jumping there, you might be shouting, you might be screaming, completely open and allowing all of you to be heard, to be seen, to be known. Aries, your soul is saying there is almost like a hidden voice. There are things which are to be expressed. There are that is the best way to actually to translate this vibration. There are elements within your frequency which wish to be expressed, and some are known where perhaps you've been holding back and your soul is saying it's time for you to go on to this journey where you no longer suppress what you are, what you know, what you want to say, what you want to offer, what you want to provide. And for some of you, there is a whole part of you, and this is what's really coming through strongly, there is a whole part of you which you did not even know existed, which is now ready to be expressed. And your soul wants to take you on this journey. Your soul wants to open up your vocal cords, open up the range of your language, the range of your frequency, the range of your healing. Some of you are great teachers and great healers, and your words are healing, and it's time for you to now lead and to take up platforms, perhaps in social media, perhaps online, podcasts, where you are teaching and you are healing and you are channeling with the information you're receiving from your higher self. Others of you, it is time that you express your voice through music, through singing, some of you through meditation, some of you through, I hear some of you in humming therapy, where you're able to really connect to those divine frequencies and awaken light codes, not only within yourself, but within others. Beautiful Aries, your soul is saying there is a voice you have muted within you. There is an aspect of your voice that has been unheard, and your soul is now taking you on this journey to truly open up the full expression of you, the full unknowing, the full volume, the fullness of you completely within your truth and your authenticity. Wow. And it is a whole new path. For a lot of you, it is a path which you never even thought should be taken up. You didn't think that you would be doing public speaking. You didn't think that you would be singing. You didn't think that you'd be using your voice to heal in such a manner. So for some of you, it's really a whole new experience. And others of you, it's just really where you have been holding back from expressing what you want out of life, what you want out of creation, what you want out of existence. Far too long have you muted your voice for others to feel comfortable, for others to get their way. And Aries, it's time for you now to proclaim your truth with clarity, with divinity. It is time for you to truly speak your existence into being. And your soul is showing you the journey of your unique creative voice. There we are. You are going to go upon a journey to discover your creative voice, your voice of creation, Aries. Wow, that is powerful. Okay, let us pull some tarot and see what comes through. Oh, that just came through right immediately. The King of Cups. Yes, it is time that all that you are doing is aligned with your love. This is you creating within the frequency of love, your divine masculine energy, taking action. Each word you are saying, each step you are taking, each action you are taking, aligned within divine love. This is you being emotionally available because you're emotionally available to yourself. You're no longer holding back. You are speaking your desire. You are speaking your heart. You are speaking your truths. You are speaking your longings. You are allowing your needs and your wants to be met. You are vocalizing what you want out of life. You are speaking about your dreams. You are expressing love for others, love for life, love for yourself. You're no longer holding back. You're no longer holding back. Some of you finally finding the courage upon this path to finally express love to someone who is aligned to you, who you have always wanted to share love with. And Spirit is saying, whatever your words are, whatever you say, know it's aligned within love. Do not fear that what you say will rub somebody the wrong way, is not allowed to be said. Spirit is saying, say it completely, say it wholly, say it fully, say it with your whole being. You are to now align your word within the frequency of divine love. You are now to speak, and whatever you say is healing. You have healing words. Your words align to love. Your healings and your teachings align to love. Your expression aligns to love, Aries. Okay, let's see what else comes through. Sorry, Aries, I just had to change what I was wearing, get a bit warmer. Okay. Yes, with the Seven of Pentacles coming here, there is long awaited desires and manifestations. It is time for them to come true. Spirit is saying there's been a delay, there's been a pause, and yes, in this pause it has been you really clearing energies that no longer serve you, really healing and growing and investing in you, spending time on you. And it's time that some movement happens. It's time that you experience a flow for these energies, but also it's time for a, let me just hold this energy a little bit longer, Aries. It's time that you stop delaying or holding yourself back from long-awaited desires. There are some things that I've been wanting to manifest, Aries. There are some beautiful things, almost you have been sitting on. And Spirit is saying it's time that you speak the truth of what you've been wanting. It's time that you speak the truth of what you've been wanting to create. You have planted these seeds, some of you, and it's interesting. Some of these seeds are seeds that you know that you want, Aries, and you haven't actually vocalized or told anybody about it. So it's almost these dreams that you have, and you haven't really taken the time to nurture them because you maybe thought you were not. Again, you didn't imagine yourself singing, you didn't imagine yourself speaking, you didn't imagine yourself actually that it had much worth. And Spirit is saying it's time for you to speak these dreams into being. It's time that you tell people what you want to do. No longer hide and shy away from your truth. No longer hide from who you are. Don't suppress these dreams and these powerful seeds. And then for some of you, these are born of past lives, Aries, where there are some dormant seeds that have been literally sleeping, waiting for the realm of Aquaria. And now that we're in the realm of Aquaria, now that we're in the realm of truth, now that we're in an energy which can which is, how can I say this, the frequency is fertile, the frequency aligns with these seeds, it has the nutrition, it has the energies to bring, to bring growth, to germinate these seeds can now finally, sprout. They're coming through for you. So very fascinating message of the Seven of Pentacles. First being there's some seeds, some dreams you've been wanting, you've been holding yourself back, and Spirit is going to show you a way in which you can now manifest them. And for some of you, and I feel this is the big message, the dominant message, because this definitely feels like a journey you have yet to discover, a journey you do not even know exists. For some of you, these are seeds you planted in past lives, in past reincarnations, seeds you planted before you came into this earth frequency, which required this timeline, which required you to be where you are now for them to finally come into being. And your soul is about to now show you, you're going to become aware of these seeds, you're going to become aware of the secret garden that has been planted by your soul, and it's a whole new way of being, and it's associated with you speaking with your throat chakra, with a truth of your soul, a truth of your existence coming through. So very interesting magic, a bit of a mystery here with the Seven of Pentacles. We receive the Chariot. Yes, it's time for a breakthrough. It's time for movement. It's time for you to move forward with what you want. And it feels like a freedom. This activation to your throat chakra, this journey your soul is going to take you on, really opens up your path. It feels like wherever you've been holding back, wherever you have been reserved and not really speaking or manifesting your truth, it's now finally going to come to a place where you do speak it, where you will it into being, where you spell it into existence, where you are now finally moving forward to breakthrough. So it's a sense of liberation. That's why that image of you jumping forward in that waterfall, diving deeply into the emotional body and really trusting what you want, trusting what your dreams are, and no longer holding back. A major breakthrough where you feel free. And this is water energy, the Cancerian energy. So it is that flow returning into your life and feeling one with the divine sacral chakra, feeling one with your solar plexus, because now you're finally taking action in your higher self, and you are saying it, you are declaring it, you are activating it, you are willing it into being, you are manifesting it, you're creating it, and it brings such a freedom and a balance and a breakthrough, a beautiful breakthrough in your life. Finally, there's some forward movement in your experience. You feel this flow, this movement. And Spirit's saying a lot of the delay was because the seeds you planted, a lot of the, okay, fascinating. Thank you, Spirit. Even more energy of the Seven of Pentacles energy. A lot of the desires you want now, Aries, required the other seeds from the other past lives and the other realities to germinate before it could come into being. So it wasn't that you were also really denied. The frequency of Aquaria was required for this other magic, these other seeds to finally come into being. And now that they are being, you're going to finally find a huge forward movement in other areas of your life, because the energy from these seeds germinating was what was needed for now the other desires to also have this forward movement. Very interesting energy here. And you've got double seven, Aries. Sevens are all about good fortune, good luck, positive experiences, balancing in the multidimensional frequencies. So very positive energies coming through with this new path that you are being shown, this journey you are going upon. Finally, movement and flow. And yes, a healing out of the restriction, a healing out of the unawakened energies, finally no longer in the dark, finally no longer feeling restricted and held back. And we see it here again with the Son of Pentacles. Yes, some of these seeds, they could not germinate in the illusion, they could not germinate in the unawakened energy. You had to come to your truth, you had to awaken, you had to understand your power, understand how you were creating absent your soul, and finally do the work to create within the frequency of you for these seeds to germinate, for them to come through, to sprout, for these beautiful opportunities to come through into your manifest reality. And now finally you are breaking free from this restriction, you're breaking free from holding back, you're breaking free from condition. Ooh, thank you, Spirit. And some of these things you've been wanting for, because this message does feel torn. It's interesting. All the other messages that we have read are very direct. There's one specific message, but your reading, Aries, has two. It has two. The one message of you have some seeds that you know you want, but you've been holding back. And the second message of there's seeds in your past life that are now germinating in the realm of Aquaria. But this now comes back to the seeds where you were holding back. These seeds, because you saw them as taboo, you saw them as not okay, or maybe it was your family who sees them as taboo. Whatever dreams you want to do, people around you judging them, your family, your culture, your religion, whatever it might be, you just see it as taboo, as something you can't do, or something that is okay, interesting message, Spirit, just brought through. For some of you, this won't relate to a lot of you, but some of you, and Spirit is saying some of you wanting to do an OnlyFans page. Very interesting, Spirit. An OnlyFans page to get extra resources, to get extra money, and it doesn't feel like it's you're not, it's not an abuse of your physical or your sexuality, it doesn't feel bad or anything. Spirit is not, we do not judge as humans judge, and it's always about the intention of what you're doing, right? And you're not hurting yourself, you're not hurting others with what you're doing. So this frequency is not, it's that's why Spirit is saying, it seems taboo. What are your friends going to think? What's your family going to think with you opening an OnlyFans page? What are people going to think because of the judgment that humanity has upon certain aspects of creation? And this is Spirit saying, finally, you're breaking free from that self-judgment. You're breaking free from the judgment of others, and you're now doing what you want to do. And again, Spirit is emphasizing that you are doing it in a way which is not hurting you, not hurting yourself. This is an expression of you, an expression of your body, an expression of what you want. It's part of the frequencies that you are actually healing in this lifetime, the frequencies of sexuality and expression and how people view it. And you're no longer seeing it as taboo, and you're finally taking that leap of faith. And this is also Aries energy, so it's also how you present yourself. Perhaps some of you wanted to get tattoos, wanted to get piercings, but you've been holding back because what other people think, and now you're finally letting yourself do your desires. You're speaking your truth, and now finally, because you're doing those alterations or those changes for yourself, you are finally now being in your you're finally now aligning to your manifest experience. Some of you, this can be with your sexuality, sexual expression, sexuality. Some of you can be maybe even your religion. You want to do a different religion, a different belief system, a career. So whatever it was, you saw it as taboo, or your family would have judged it, or people would have judged it, or even this is, for example, the tarot. Growing up, the tarot was definitely judged with just the church and the religions and everything else in between. But I released a lot of the judgment from my past. I've completely released. I just do me now, and now look at how it's manifested into such a positive healing space for myself and for others. So it is that experience where there's some certain aspects of yourself, desires which you have almost just I don't want to say fallen asleep on, but you've just brushed it aside because you thought it was taboo. It was judged, and now you're no longer, you have transmuted that judgment and that fear to love. You're no longer judging it. You're no longer fearing it. You're now loving all aspects of yourself, and you're now allowing everything that you've implanted to be born within love, and now it's moving forward beyond the fear, beyond the illusion, beyond the conditioning and the narrow-mindedness of the human 3D egoic world. Wow, some of you are very kinky, but in a good way. And yes, here it is again. Whatever's hidden is finally coming to the surface. You're no longer hiding. And it also, well, let's bring that through first, that message. You're no longer hiding what your heart desires. You're no longer hiding what you want to do. You're no longer suppressing it. You see this dark and light energy, no longer judging the dark, the shadow, because it is the conditioning that makes the shadow bad, right? People saying, oh, it's the devil, it's evil, it's bad to express your body that way, it's bad to do this, it's the devil, it's evil, it's this, that, and it isn't at all. All that you do within the intention of love is love. You awake it, you heal it, you transmute all that you do to love. The tarot, for example, that was known as evil and this and that in my upbringing, but now I am using it through the frequency of love, and it's healing, it's beautiful, it's awakened energy. So it is now healing what once within you was seen as taboo, as bad, as shadow, to light, to love, to awaken, to a higher frequency, and especially within your own being and what you want, your desires. You're allowed to express yourself as you want. You're allowed to desire what you desire. If you're not hurting yourself or hurting anybody in the process, there's nothing you can't do. It's simply that. And everybody else who has an issue with it, it's their own problem, it's their own energy, and let them deal with themselves. You don't have to hold yourself back. You don't have to deny yourself love for the opinion of others. Don't hold yourself back. Don't do not deny your existence according to what others believe. It's not worth it, Aries. And this path sets you free. You break free from the judgment and the fear of self, of the shadow aspect, and you dive deeply and you heal it through love. And that is how you're healing the frequencies of everything that you've been wanting to do in this lifetime. And also the High Priestess speaks of hidden abilities and hidden paths and hidden experiences, hidden wisdom. There's a depth to you. There's a wealth of knowledge which is about to be shown to you, which is about to be born and come to the surface of a consciousness on this journey. You're about to activate ancient light codes and ancient wisdom. You came into this frequency to heal certain energies, to heal certain energies, certain frequencies, certain vibrations. And finally, as you now empower yourself within the truth of you, within the alignment of you, you are now finally healing these energies fully, completely, bringing them to the light, bringing them to the surface, bringing them to your love. Thus, you are no longer denying yourself these aspects of who you are, but you are allowing them to come into the scene. And because you're allowing yourself within love, it heals all that you do to love, and it heals all around you to love. And you're finally allowing others a healing, for you can't deny yourself your truth and then expect to encourage others to come to truth. You can't heal others if you deny yourself your own healing, Aries. That does not work. So this is a beautiful energy where you are really stepping into your power, no longer holding back, no longer denying any aspect of yourself. And finally, some other beautiful experiences from past life, from past work done, finally being awakened in this lifetime, in this timeline right now on this journey. And this beautiful energy, this alchemy of you, of the light and the dark, of the shadow and the light, you no longer holding back, creating within awakened frequencies, finally sets you free for a powerful breakthrough. You finally feel free, Aries. This is you feeling free, no longer imprisoned, no longer restricted, no longer held back, but feeling free, feeling powerful, and feeling abundant and so happy. All this water energy here with the Chariot, the High Priestess, the King of Cups, and the waterfall here. Oh, you are so emotionally happy, finally free, finally abundant, finally within the true expression of who you are, Aries. That Emperor energy awakening fully as you align your masculine energy within the divine feminine energy of your being. Blessed be.